So I'm gonna tell you the power of a seed. You know, right now I just finished asking God to sow 500 seeds in my mind and 500 seeds in my heart. Not 500 for both, but 500 in each towards worship. I want 500 different types of seeds that have to do with worship. Give me a new revelation that has to do with worship. Give me insight on worship. Give me details about the significance of worship. 500 different seeds in my mind and heart. And I mentioned to God, I said, it's an experiment. I said to God, it's an experiment. I want to see what 500 seeds produces. And I'll tell you the power of one seed. I'll give you a little testimony and we'll end the video nice and short. There was a man that came this morning to my job, and he was all jolly and all smiles. And so then he said, I've lost 50 pounds. Show me a picture. So I started asking him questions because I'm interested in learning tips and how I can lose weight. I go to the gym, but I struggle a lot with finding the right regimen to seeing the right results. Or maybe I just have to be more patient, because the seed that he sowed into me had to do with patience. So after asking him, what do you eat? And him telling me things I already know, right? You know, and asking him like general questions like diet and exercise, etc. He responded back by saying, it's taken me a year to lose these 50 pounds. Now, when I thought about that, it acted as a seed, and it activated in me almost like, you know, when you doubt what you're doing is working. Basically, I've been trying to lose weight, and I go to the gym and I do my due diligence, and I see results, but they're not the results that I want. We all want six packs and this and that. So when my mind is there and I see what I see, I get discouraged, just like many of you. So then when I'm asking this man, I say, you know, you lost a lot of weight, fine. How'd you do it? He tells me things I'm already doing, but then he tells me it's taken me a year. That acted like a seed that in my mind that let me know, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what you're doing. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that these things take time. So don't stop. You're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. You're going to see the results. And I was encouraged by that one seed. That was one seed of a conversation, a dialogue that he had no idea. He had no idea that that was going to activate something inside of me that was dormant and inspire me to keep going. And so seeds are very important, because every conversation that you're having with your affiliates are seeds. That's why God said hang around with good people, because bad company corrupts good character, because they're sowing seeds into a good mind. A good fertile mind is not thinking about corruption. It's not thinking about how it can get away with stuff. It's not thinking about, you know, all these different cons that they can do, right? A good mind is not thinking about that. So what happens when they hang around with bad company? They sow seeds into their mind that is sowing into their territory and a good soil, saying, hey, you work so hard. You work 40 hours a week. You labor, you have a family, you know, you're not making ends meet. Why don't you do this with me? You know, sell a little marijuana with me. I'll give you this much a week. You make your paycheck in a couple of days. And it's like a good mind has no business having seeds like that sown in, because even if they reject the request, even if they reject the conversation, let's say they say no, thank you, I'm not interested, the seed was planted. So often we need to not just reject, but we need to uproot the seed. Every time I have a dream that I don't like, that lingers, I grab the seed that it was sown into my mind to try to make me into something I am not, and I discard of it. And and I pray about it. I say, I command everything that is a plan, a tactic, a scheme of the devil, all his seeds that he has sown into my mind through television, through social media, through conversations. I grab all his seeds and I uproot them from my mind so that they don't take root, and so that they're not watered by another person telling me a similar story, affirming me in something that is bad, right? So understand that seeds in of itself is an idea. Some ideas are good, some ideas are bad. Now, you can reject the idea, but the idea remains there. Almost like, hey, I'm doing this, but it's a plan B or a plan C. It's a bad plan. I don't want to do it, but nevertheless, it's there as a reservation. That's a back door, right? And we don't say that. We don't say it out loud unless you completely reject the seed and toss it out. It remains there in the back of your mind. And it's always there bugging you, even though you don't. And every time you think about it, you meditate on it, you're watering it. Whatever you entertain, you're helping it grow. That's why when you entertain bad thoughts, you're helping them to multiply. So you're grabbing one bad seed, and when you water it by entertaining it, by thinking and meditating on the wrong things, you're saying, essentially what you're saying is, I want more of you, because that's what you're meditating on. You're growing it, you're fertilizing it, you're emphasizing on it. Now, that's not your intentions, that's not what you mean to do, but that's just a byproduct of thinking about whatever you're thinking about. You're watering it. Unless you're thinking about it going against it, right? You can have a thought and say, man, that's so stupid, you know. Like you're disgusted by the thought, the idea, and then you're not watering it in that standpoint, right? You're against it. Now that's good. But when you're thinking about it in terms of, I wonder if it's really that bad. I wonder, you know, is it really a crime, or is it really sinful? And then you're already 2 steps away from engaging in it. So be careful. So we'll end it there. Nice short video.